All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. 40, 82, 40. Hey. There we go. Back. 120.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hang in there now. Hey. 4 down.
And they'll go on the ground. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Wentz to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Great. 4 down. Tyson. Alert
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Trey 15.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. They'll come out throwing here on first down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. First carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now back to throw. He finds Beckham, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, let's go.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Try 38.
Now Stewart on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go. White 90.
This is Gallman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Let's go. Try 38.
They'll run the option right here on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Here's Gallman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Black round! Black round! Here we go! What?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go! What?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Try it 38. Try it 38.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Ohio. 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 Ohio.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Here we go. What?
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Come on, let's go. Try it 38. Try it 38.
He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Here we go. Try it 38. Try it 38.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Come on, let's go. Try it 38. Try it 38.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Clay Matthews in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Here we go. Try it 38. Try it 38.
They'll set up to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And this one is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here we go.
On play action, Wentz. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Alec Ogletree coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A little juke. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Come on, let's go. 38.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Now
a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Fletcher Cox getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Bannon in there to get him for a loss of 5. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Here we go. What? 90.
Now Gallman. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 50. 30. 10. Touchdown. Giants. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Flex round. Here we go. 1, 9.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
3 down. Black. Big stack. Black.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Go. 180.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. You've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 3rd down. And his kick is good. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
First down, he'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Gallman will run it. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll set up a throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
throw now on first down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Let's go. What? 9.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Clay Matthews in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
40, 82, 40.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. 20. What's on?
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Back man. 20.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 120.
On second down, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
4 down. Check. 4 down. No. Off.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's fielded at the 45. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. White, 90.
Now they try the right side here. And some room to work. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go. White, 90.
And they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. It's caught. Beckham. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Eagles on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Go. 657.
Now Wentz got to have this one. And Jeffrey's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 120.
Again, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Wentz to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Eagles on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Jeffrey breaking the tackle. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Wentz to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go. 20. Check. Fresno. Mike 4.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Wentz now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now a handoff. This is Stewart. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
This is brought in at the 21. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Foles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Great. 1.
Here's Foles. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good for an Eagles 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now Foles. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Come on, let's go.
On the toss, there goes Coleman. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Giants on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Giants, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.